contact.
Mate, are you?
As there is a minute 30, so Joshy will not be able to set another lap. Derek is pushing. He needs to improve out of P11. On debut, what could he do? It's up to P7. Amazing lap from Derek. And Bolt go any quicker, he's on an out lap. Cohen's on a lap, he's got AP in front. AP actually gets out of Cohen's way this time. Hello? Mates, how have you done that? Anyways. Static fiber? No, that's, ZLM's in the pits, so then it's Cohen invalidated. So then it's Rassam. Rassam's looking to improve it. He cuts in the final corner, so missing out due to a corner cut. Jody's on an out lap. He's going for his push lap now. AP's going on his push lap now. MNH, no, Priskis is going on his push lap. Ferrari of Wheel is setting his lap. So, Wheel coming out and around. He doesn't have a lap set yet. Up to the line, it'll be a 105.2. It'll only be P12. Vinny Rennie's not able to get out of the pits here. 13 to 16 is solidified, as well as Gulia's in P12. Cohen P11. MNH goes wide in the final corner and actually invalidates, so maybe was improving as P11. Everything from 10th and up is up for grabs. Will Plays will not improve. Will Rassam improve? No. Will the kickstopper of Jody? Jody will be the next. He is not improving right now. Out and around through to the final corner. Can he find any time improvement? It's very rough out of the last corner. He will actually find improvement up to P7. Static Fiber, can he find any improvement? It doesn't seem like he has the fuel to do so. Briskies is going to improve, and he'll go quickest, beating his teammate on the last second, so maybe if MNH stuck that lap. And it's an Alpine front row lockout for Austria. Front row lockout for Alpine, and it's 5 red lights for the Austria Grand Prix. And away we go, and it's a really good start from Rossi. It's a great start from Rassam, too. He's going to look down the inside of a MNH, and MNH is going to give it up fairly easily. Bolt's going to look for a move. There's end plates flying. A lot of drivers off the track. And looking to see what happens. And MNH is looking for a move back up to P2. Can he get it done? He will get it done on Rassam. Bolt going a little bit deep. There's a little bit of a car parked behind. No damage so far. I did see somebody's end plate. And I think somebody's in the wall there. Or maybe just in the dirt. Coming down into turn 4. There's... Oh no, Derek's off. Not too sure what's happened there. Maybe just a contact model. But let's take a look at our tires here. Everybody on mediums except for Rennie. Well, he's not here. Guil and Derek. And Derek is... off the track, has wing damage, so those hard tires immediately getting dumped off. And I think, does Guil have front wing damage? Not that I can see, but we'll check our way back up to the front as Frisky sets the fastest lap, and he's already broken a second, surprisingly enough. So MNH and Rassam fighting won't be ideal if they want to fight Frosties pretty early here, but DRS is enabled. That will be a factor, no matter where and how you race. As Thomas is parked up in 4th. And then the movements, Cohen looking for a move past Joshy. And it's close battling, so we've seen these two on track before. Cohen gets the better of Joshy for now. And position changes wise, Joshy's up 5 already. ZLM's down 4, and Low Plays is down 2. Jody's up 2. So a couple of just front row swaps down into turn 3. So ZLM starting to make moves from what he lost, and Cohen's getting past Bolt, so Bolt's had a big moment here. And Chungus is going to look for a move too. Quali ban Aston Martin, and Bolt's just dropped really far out of it. Went from P6 all the way down to P10, so, I mean, no damage from what I can see. Maybe just struggling with the track, and Rassam's been passed by Thomas. So Thomas having the battery influx compared to Rassam, and here he goes on MNH. I don't think MNH is going to fight it too hard, knowing how strong the DRS is, and maybe Rassam looking for a move down the inside. A Daniel Ricciardo type send, very, very bold, but MNH will hold on to his podium spot for now, as Rassam actually looks down the inside once again. Jotty's starting to struggle, MNH and Rassam really starting to fight here, but MNH will stay ahead, having more of that momentum, and a little bit more battery, as Thomas is starting to slip from their grasp ahead. Frosty's 2.3 in the lead. But Bolt will be your first to take a pit stop off the mediums onto the hards. So there is our first pitter, and like I said, Lil Plays maybe wanted to move on Rassam. He's gonna look for it, and he absolutely just dumps Thomas. So MNH getting past Rassam and Thomas, and Lil Plays looking for a move on Rassam, completely just dumps off Thomas there. Oh my god. But Frosty's gap is 2 seconds. So far it's just been good for him. Lil Plays maybe gonna look for a move. Rassam gets past MNH. Where does this come from? It was completely off the track. MNH starting to struggle with these tires. Is he gonna get a move? But here comes Joshy! Here comes the McLaren driver, so Static Fiber retiring on track. He's maybe had enough. And this he's starting to cause problems here. People might start slowing each other down with his midfield battling. Joshy and Rassam actually touching. Starting to wheel bang here, and Cohen and Lil Plays are getting into it. Cohen gets the better of Lil Plays. And Cohen might just be the one determining the pace in this train. You can see Lil Plays is all over the back of Cohen. These hard tires are really kicked up into overdrive, and he wants to go. He wants to go now. But battery may be a primary talking point of why and how Lil Plays can't get by, but it doesn't seem like it's going to be much of an issue down into turn 1. He's going to look for a move. Cohen's going to give it fairly easily. He won't get DRS. He's going to get passed by potentially Joshy here too, and Rassam. So Cohen from second. Is he going to lose a lot more? Let's jump on board with M&H. We're going to see 3 wide into turn 3. And Chungus hits the back of... there's a lot of mayhem here in this midfield. A lot of time's going to be lost between these guys. Everybody scrapping for position. It's a great fight. Is there any damage? No damage. I mean, fairly clean. Besides, like, a couple of bits of wheel banging. He's sitting about 34%, whereas Rassam's sitting about 22%. Joshy's sitting on 5% medium tires. Joshy gonna look for a move. Can't really do too much with it. And Lil Plays is gonna continue to just sit behind here. As Rassam getting passed by Joshy, I mean, it's 2 times Joshy's made an overtake through the second sector, 1 lap at a time, and Cohen's now got a serious problem. He got one of the quickest guys on track, if not the quickest guy on track, in his rearview mirror. And he's got to deal with him soon. It's just a matter of when. Lil Plays is going to start pressuring Rassam. Joshy hits the back of Cohen. Not completely sure. But Cohen's going to immediately look to fight back. Doesn't seem like he'll be able to do too much. That's to none, and he'll just follow behind. But as you can see, that wing damage struggling to turn, and it's just the grip difference. As Joshy looks for a move, it's just the battery just doesn't compare. M&H sees it late dive down the inside. Joshy Will he get the move done? As of right now, yes. He does have the move done. M&H, will he have any combating words? Yes, he's got battery to say. And he'll move himself back up down the inside. A little bit of a lockup. These two are going side by side. This is going to give Frosty's a great pull. M&H keeping his car ahead for the time being. Down the inside goes Joshy. These two side by side. It's a brilliant battle for P2 for a podium spot. That's what they're fighting for with these penalties. And Rassam's within the 3 second. Rassam is in dangerous territory, and he can snag some extra free points away as we head on to the penultimate lap. Joshy's tires starting to get up there. They're starting to wear. Is he going to look for a move into turn 1? He will. Down into turn 1. Frisky's maybe a little bit more momentum on the outside, but he doesn't have the DRS. And all this fighting is really going to hurt them. Rassam might be in for a podium spot. Frosty's is going to stick it maybe down the outside. A little bit of wheel banging, a little bit of shoving. Frisky's gets absolutely dumped off by M&H. By Joshy, and M&H gets past Joshy. Hello? And M&H having a little bit of a moment there. But Frosty's, all he has to do is just stick behind these two, and he'll have the win. As long as he doesn't get a penalty. And Rassam is in striking distance. He's at 3.1. So Rassam just needs to put in a hell of a final lap. As Low Plays gets a 3 second, and we are heading into the final lap of the race. And Frosty, as you can tell, is taking it very, very cautiously. Could this be his first race win in RRL in Frosty's? The Alpine driver. M&H gets another 3 seconds, so he will fall out of... I think... He's gonna fall all the way down to P... No, I think he might keep P4. It depends on where Chungus is at the end of this race. ZLM gets another penalty. And Frisky's is just putting a shift in. And depending on how far back Chungus finishes, M&H might end up P5 at the end result of this. He might try to get a penalty off. Frisky's just sitting well behind. Gap is 1.1. Joshy's trying everything he can to make this gap possible. Frisky's, all he has to do is just finish across the line without getting a warning, without getting a penalty. Joshy will finish ahead on track, but it'll be Frisky's day as Joshy gets a 3 second. Frisky's will have his first win in RRL, and it's in Austria. Rassam up to P2, Joshy down to P3, Chungus P4, M&H getting that 3 second once again, maybe able to get that removed. Cohen P6, Lil Plays P7. ZLM will come across the line, P8. And there it is. Jody will have the fastest lap. Joshy, ultimately, stellar drive for him. I mean, from a rough quali all the way up to the front. Just a stellar day. And that will be Austria.